What is going on? Welcome to Heaven on Earth. I'm Michael, the Leo Mystic. This is where I channel the sacred astrological guidance for this week. The 26th of July entering into the 1st of August on Sunday. And oh my God, like this is going to be with a Mercury cazimi. Before I go there, I just want to say, keep your eyes peeled because this whole Heaven on Earth thing is going to be taken to the next level. I have been creating a lot of content astrologically, Kundalini yoga wise, and I will be combining everything. I've written a whole astrological guide that's about to be released over the next couple of days, weeks. Actually, next week, I will be hosting a webinar. All right. So, and I will announce this here on YouTube so you'll be able to see it, but just a heads up. Right? Because there's a lot of content coming your way. Not just content, but just like things you can learn and things you can put to practice and things you can come together with. Anyway, we are Sun in Leo, baby. Happy Leo season. You know, we are completely immersed in it. And oh my God, like how intense was that full moon? First on Pluto, then on Saturn. Now, as we're speaking, right, tomorrow, the moon comes into Pisces. As a matter of fact, tonight, Sunday, comes into Pisces and conjuncts Jupiter. In conjuncting, obviously, the sun, but it's also going to be in conjuncting Mercury. All right, Mercury at the last degrees of Cancer. Now, what does this mean? I think it's a very, very beautiful week. Let me just say that. If I look at the astrology, I'm seeing a lot of things to just like, it's going to be heavy. It's going to be being heavy. It's going to be annoying. There's a lot of annoying energy. But I actually can see and feel when I listen to my guides, there's a lot of good shit coming. There's a lot of, this is the week for the light worker and revelations, right? At least light workers putting themselves to work and putting themselves to service. It's not that we're going to see necessarily the results right now, but I just know that this week a lot of energy comes in where a lot of woke people are going to be doing or creating the beginnings, the fundamentals of something that's going to bring a lot of love back to this world. And let me explain why, okay? First and foremost, we started the week really beautiful with the moon in Pisces on Jupiter. This is expansive, huge emotions, but intuition, Pisces. A lot of spirituality, a lot of in tune with God, and but at the same time, very dreamy. All right, I have to say that. And a little bit of like, there's things we're missing because Mercury going to be making that in conjunct when it comes into Leo on mercredi, on Wednesday. And, you know, this is like missing things and misinformation and whatever. And, you know, yes, that happens. But the combination of Sun in Leo and then later Mercury in Leo with the moon in Pisces on Jupiter and Neptune on those 3 days is a complete channeling of God, of the divine, of source. Why? I mean, that happens all the time, right? But it's just going to be so expressive. It's going to be, there's going to be one line. There's an ability to have a stream. Why? Well, first and foremost, we got, you know, moon in Pisces, which is, it's our mood, it's our emotions. It's very close to us. You know, it's what we feel. It's the water. With Jupiter, expansive. Neptune, you know, it's like I feel with God. I feel like oneness. Okay? And then, which are very intuitive. And then with the Sun in Leo and like the embodiment, the creative expression, with Venus in Virgo putting it to action. Now, you know, in a way, Mercury in conjunct and Sun still in conjunct Jupiter in Pisces, there is still that megalomania. Mars in Leo coming into Virgo on Thursday. You know, opposing Jupiter there it's a lot of ego. All right. Now, the thing is, Mars coming into Virgo on Thursday. Whoa. That's like a lot of work, a lot of judgment, a lot of, you know, Mars wants things fast. Virgo is definitely not fast. Virgo is like, I'm here and I'm going to be staying here until it's perfect and clean and whatever, like, and it's never clean with Virgo. And Venus has been there for a while, and I mean for a week. And have you felt a shift towards work and, you know, feeling that things are not really as perfect and making a little bit better but putting it to work. And that's the thing with Mars and Venus in Virgo, we are analytical and we get down to the nitty-gritty. We make sure it is perfect. And as I said before, past week, we have the ability to generate so much passion and fire and creative forces. And in a way, Venus in Virgo and now Mars in Virgo is going to stop that a little bit. But the Sun in Leo is very powerful. And now with Mercury in Leo too, so we think that way. We have the ability when Mercury in Leo to express, to like, wow, we're going to see so much fire and passion. But a little bit of annoying energy with Mars and Venus in Virgo is what I'm saying. It's just like, it's never really going to be content with its expressions. But it's going to mold. It's going to make perfect. The reason why I also think that's very powerful is Mars coming into Virgo is sacrifice. Venus in Virgo likes that sacrifice now. It wants to serve. Right? Even though, right, Sun in Leo wants to have fun, Mercury in Leo wants to have fun, Venus in Virgo squaring the notes, it needs to happen. We're going to have to be very structured. We're going to have to think about a plan. And if you follow my weekly messages from Spirit, which is, you know, just me channeling with oracle cards and, you know, just my Spirit team on every Friday on my Instagram, right? Every Friday night, 5 or 6 p.m. sometimes. And I've been drawing those Virgo Earth cards and Saturn, and that it is 3 weeks in a row, giving a clear message that we have to get really clear on a plan of action, structured day by day planning. Until it is there, you're not going to be like in the winning team. You're going to go against the stream. You need that plan. You need that structure. And that is going to give you so much leverage. Now, it's also saying, and that's why I think it's very beneficial. Let me just say one more thing why it's not beneficial. It's that it's going to be the martyr. It's going to be the hermit. It's going to be so much work that we forget about fun sometimes. But it is so freaking hermits like work with opposing to Jupiter. But here's the thing, not in Pisces but in Aquarius, which I think brings in so much rebellion. Mars opposing Jupiter coming back into Aquarius, especially with the whole thing happening in France, for instance, right now with, you know, if you don't, then you can't go to concerts and restaurants and whatever, but it's only going to bring heat to the fire. But it's not just going to be random rebellion. It's not just going to be random visions of the future. There's actually going to be a practical plan. And whilst Mars in Virgo and Venus in Virgo square the notes, hello, is the martyr. And there's going to be so much sacrifice. Now, there's going to be people, and I see this as something beautiful, as in like, this is a light working week. This is where people with light worker abilities and you know, they're here to serve the world. They're here to serve the earth from love. because they understand what's happening currently. They see it. They know it. They feel it. It's manipulation. It's repression. It's a Saturn in Aquarius, which is also an interesting happening on Sunday. Hold on a second. So this whole Jupiter in Aquarius brings in revision, because it's retrograde, on what's happening with the people, how we connect with each other. But now opposing Mars in Virgo brings in conflict, as in like, you know, what are you talking about? We can't do this. What are you talking about? We can't do that. What the fuck? Yeah, and we're gonna find a freaking plan to get out of this shit. That's what I'm seeing, and that's what I'm feeling, right? At the same time, the other side is gonna get very practical as well, and it's gonna restrict for sure, okay? So it's two sides, but there's gonna be a lot of sacrifice. There's gonna be light workers, you know, in a way, putting their jobs on the line, but for the fucking truth. That's what that is. That's what that is, all right? We just got a confirmation from the wind, and that's Jupiter in Aquarius, baby. So this is, like, I can feel it right now. There's goosebumps. There's people, light workers, putting their life, their jobs on the line for truth. Let's take a moment of silence for that, because it's going to bring us hallelujah moments. We're not necessarily going to see the results now, but it's when the woke people get the fucking work. So, then we have on Sunday a Mercury cazimi in Leo, opposing Saturn in Virgo, in Aquarius. Saturn in Aquarius is a restriction, it's a lockdown, it is, you know, in a way, making sure that we clearly see how we want to connect, how we want to improve our technology, what it is doing, and we have new scientific discoveries, and what are we going to do with it, and, you know, opposing Sun and Mercury in Leo, which a Mercury in Leo is a cazimi with the Sun. It's an insight of who are you to be? What is your creative expression? What is your greatest loving form of yourself? What is your authentic version? And opposing Saturn is getting real on that. It's getting real on that. It's also restricting, and it also brings fears, and it's also an attempt to not go there. As I've already been saying, there's restrictions, and there's like, you don't get to say or do who you are. You have to listen to the public, and that fear is going to be installed for sure. But there's going to be an insight. There's going to be an aha moment. I see what they're doing, because it's opposing Saturn. I see it, and I know who I ought to be here. And I think that is freaking beautiful. And if that is not a very powerful week this week, I don't know what is. Starting off with the moon in Pisces being the divine expression for all you creatives, for all of you poets, to go then to a Mars in Virgo and a Venus in Virgo squaring the nodes. It needs to happen. We need to have that structure. We need to have that plan. With Mars opposing Jupiter coming back into Aquarius, there's so many shifts happening this week. We're going to see it. We're going to feel it. It's going to be like, oh, shit. Whoa, wait, the past is coming back. Whoa, what? Whoa. Oh, yeah, that what happened, 6 months ago, which is obviously January, February. It's coming back. Things that were happening back then. Regulations, restrictions, all those things coming back. So, very interesting week, especially then ending the week with a Mercury cazimi aha moment in Leo, especially because we have had a full moon the week before that. We're going to have a full moon in Aquarius, right? The Leo Aquarius axis of truth, of creativity, of, ingenuity, of the people, of the Aquarian age and unique individuality. There's so much tension happening there. The people versus the authentic one uniqueness. I'm seeing this a very, very powerful week, which not necessarily we're going to see the immediate results of, but we'll be talking about this, I know, in the next couple of months and years, like as in like key moments where people made tremendous realizations, where a lot of people came together, found a plan, and started getting to work. It's time to get to work on that plan for the future. And express it. Much love, the Leo Mystic.